So if you're struggling to have friends, build a circle of friends, build a group of people that you can hang out with every single day. Here's the formula. For my whole life, I've been struggling to have a group of like-minded individuals that I can hang out with and sort of kick it with on a weekly, daily basis. I think I sort of like cracked the formula. Not the formula, but here's sort of what you need to do. First step is you need to sort of work on yourself and figure out who you are as a person and figure out the things you like. Step 2 is once you've figured out the thing you like, build out a framework or criteria on what you're looking for in friends. Like, you know that you enjoy, say, people that are kind, people who are adventurous, people who like self-improvement. And now you have these 3 categories. So you look for people that have any of these 3. Then part 3 is doing a lot of outreach. That's the biggest breakthrough I recently had. Like, waiting for people to reach out to you is not a good way to sort of build your network, because if I just didn't do any outreach, probably like if I have like say 10 close friends or 10 friends, each friend is going to want to hit me up every few months. Some of them might not even hit me up at all. And on average, someone's then messaging you to catch up every 2 weeks. So that means 13 out of 14 days you're just hanging on your own, which isn't too fun. So you need to do a lot of outreach. Now, the thing that's stopping a lot of people doing this is because I think it's like an ego thing. You don't want to feel like you're always reaching, you're always sort of going out to sort of ask them. You don't want to feel like you're sort of putting in all the effort. But the truth is, when you only have like say 10 people in your circle and you want to build a group of friends that you can hang out with every day, beggars can't be choosers. You have to just turn off your ego and just do a lot of outreach. As you're reaching out to people, catching up with them, obviously only reach out to people that are cool when you have time, you have a good time hanging out with them. But now let's say you're doing a lot of outreach, you're hanging out with a lot more people, and what you're going to notice happen is you're slowly going to then be introduced to other people's friends, and they're going to bring along their friends, and then you're going to sort of, hang out with someone hits you up, hey, do you want to catch up? You'll be, oh, do you want to come along to this? So now you're introducing this person to another friend of yours, and as a result, those 2 friends of yours are going to want to introduce you to their friends, and your sort of circle starts growing. And I think what you would realize is that as it grows larger, you get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, will get to a point where you no longer have to do any outreach. The people who love spending time with you the most, they're going to be constantly reaching out to you to kick it, and you're constantly going to say yes, and all of a sudden your cup's going to be full. Now, one thing I forgot is during the outreach process, like, have all your friends on a list, put everyone on a list and sort of rotate it. And as a result, let's say you have 30 friends and you're reaching out to 1 friend every day. If you go through a list and rotate it, you're going to only be hitting up and messaging the same person once a month. And if you're only messaging one person once a month, it increases the chance of them saying yes, because you didn't hang out with them last week, but it's been a month. It's easy to catch up. From your end, it feels like you're doing a lot of outreach. From their perspective, you're only reaching out to them once a month. So that definitely saves face if you don't want to feel like a needy, clingy person. Create a list and rotate through that list. If you only have 10 people, if you only have 5 people on that list, message 1 person every 3 days. So as a result, you're messaging the same person every 3 times 5 people, every 15 days, every 2 weeks. So that's something I recently discovered, and I was like, wow, like I can just reach out to a lot of people, hang out with a lot of people that are cool, and then that's going to grow the circle, and as the circle grows, I'm going to only be hanging out with the same person once every 2 months, feel like I'm a clingy person, and from their perspective, I'm only messaging them every 2 months, and then eventually we'll grow to a point where it sort of switches. You go from doing so much outreach and constantly being the one reaching out to your friends in this, to your friends constantly reaching out to you, because they see how amazing you are, they see how much of a good time they enjoy spending time with you. They see that now you're reaching out to them much less because your rotation has went from once every month to once every 2 months. So as a result, they're wanting to sort of get a dose of you, and they're hooked on a dose of Andy Mine. And people can sense when someone's popular. Like, people can sense when you are surrounded by people and you have a lot of friends, and that somehow attracts more people. Like, people, it's the theory, like if a guy is surrounded by girls would be like, what's so special about him? Like, I want to hang out with him. That's going to happen. The law of attraction will happen, where as you attract more amazing people are going to be like, what's up with him? How come so many people hangs out with him? Like, I want to hang out with him. And then it creates this exponential effect, and all of a sudden your cup's so full, and then you're going to have to start filtering people out. But I think that's the formula. Like, if you're struggling to have friends, this is sort of where you start. So yeah, hopefully this video helped. I hope you guys got value from this video, and hopefully this basically saves you a lot of pain, trial and error, loneliness, lack of direction, not knowing what to do when you have no friends. Outreach. Reach out to people. Don't have an ego about it. Reach out to people. Reach out to more people. Reach out to people from high school. Catch up with people. No one wants to hang out with someone that doesn't have friends. Peace.